Hello everyone, I'm Nobo and welcome back to the channel. A Trump supporter from Florida is now speaking out after ICE activities spark great fear of deportation. This is a content creator who proudly showed support for Trump, even tattooed it on their body, believing they were safe. Now the question is, how did it come to this? And why are so many people saying this is exactly what you voted for? According to reports, this Cuban content creator supported Trump's headline "Immigration Stays," believing it could only affect other people. Fast forward to today, ICE activities increases, policy tightens, and suddenly the fear is personal. The creator admits this isn't what they expected. They believe political loyalty could protect them, but immigration enforcement didn't check who you voted for, who you supported online, or who tattoo is on your body. This situation is sparking a bigger conversation. Many immigrants supported Trump, hoping for safety, status, or favor, only to realize enforcement policy don't come with expectation. For crisis, this isn't a wake-up call. For supporters, it is confusion and fear. For many watching, it is proof that immigration crackdown hit everyone, not just the people politicians point at during campaigns.
I will vote for Donald Trump. I'm so happy to inform you that it's time for another riveting episode of Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes, courtesy of Eldowski. So this is Cuban illegal alien Eldowski, who entered the United States in 2019 under the previous Trump administration. Now, he used the document, an I-220A, which is now not recognized by the current Trump administration. So as you can see, Eldowski sat to receive this hideous tattoo of Frumpy Dump across his chest. And he loves Frumpy Dump, so much so that during the last election cycle, he made numerous podcasts. He went out protesting on behalf of Frumpy Dump just to get him elected. But now Eldowski, along with 400,000 other Cuban illegal aliens in this country who use the I-220A document, are worried about being deported. Eldowski sat down with Local 10 News, where he spoke mostly Spanish and showed off his tattoo honoring Frumpy Dump, a commitment that took 3 sessions of about 4 hours each to complete. He recalled being very excited about Frumpy Dump at that time, but that enthusiasm has slowly faded away as immigration enforcement intensifies nationwide. Again, an immigration attorney estimates that at least 400,000 Cubans are now in the situation where they use the I-220A document to come into this country rather than being formally paroled into the country. Now, the I-220A is not considered a lawful point of entry. So Eldowski is now challenging the Frumpy Dump administration's policies in court, arguing that Cubans released into the country should be considered paroled regardless of the paperwork that they receive. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So again, he sat for 12 hours to receive this hideous, despicable tattoo, only to be deported by that same man. Make it make sense, because it doesn't. Because if you think that your ass is not going to get deported, you got another thing coming. It doesn't matter what you got on your chest. You better ask the owner of Frumpy Dump Burger. Hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Just think about how many legal Cubans he may have convinced to vote for Frumpy Dump, because his ass didn't vote for nobody.
I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote. Raise your hands, come on. For Donald Trump.
This is a Cuban Trump supporter from where else but Florida with a tattoo of Trump's face on his chest, who is now afraid he might get deported because of the recent surge in ICE activity. Watch.
He describes himself as a fan of President Trump, so much so, he showed us how his admiration for the president is skin deep.
Estaba bien emocionado con Trump.
But his love for the commander-in-chief has turned a bit sour as ICE raids intensify across the country.
Me asusta.
He, like so many other Cubans, are still in jeopardy of being deported. Estimates are at least 400,000 Cubans who, like Eldowski, enter the U.S. through the southern border and were released with what's called an I-220A instead of parole.
I wish we knew the answer to that. It's a problem because the government does not accept that as a legal entry.
So Cubans with I-220As cannot apply to the Cuban Adjustment Act?
That's the government's position.
En un limbo.
In the meantime, Cubans like Eloski find themselves in a dangerous legal limbo. He came to the U.S. in 2019 and thought by now Trump would have helped Cubans like him legalize their status.
Why did you think you would be the exception? And what makes it worse is the man you support is the reason the United States won't recognize your release order as valid legal entry, which means you can't adjust status, which means you can't apply under the Cuban Adjustment Act. And you say you still support him. But you know what? I'm done explaining. Just cue the music.
Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump.
Lord. Let me get this straight. A man from Cuba crosses the border illegally, gets caught by Border Patrol, is released on what's known as an I-220A. Upon his release, he creates a podcast, gets Trump's face tattooed on his chest, scores a one-on-one interview with Channel 10, and he's still in the country. And he's still here? He's still in the country? Somebody explain this to me. No, I'm not doing this with y'all. Explain it to me right now how this man is still in the country right now. This man got on an interview, Channel 10, bare face, no mask on, to tell us that he's an illegal immigrant. Oh, yes, I'm illegal, guys. I'm here. And Trump ain't bust down his door yet. Trump, ICE, Bovino. Shit, trying y'all. He trying y'all gangsters straight to your face. He said, hey, guys, look, I'm undocumented. Raise the roof. And you guys are going to come through for me because I tattooed the Valencia orange with a toupee on my chest. Listen, besides all the joke, this is very serious. All right? And before we even continue, I need to explain to y'all what an I-220A is so y'all can understand what this is and make sense of it with me. Now, for what I discovered online, the I-220A is pretty much just immigration limbo. You're stuck in the middle. You get to the country illegally, we caught you, and we decided we're going to let you go. All right? We're going to let you go because either we fool, we ain't got the time to deal with this, whatever it is, we let you go, but we're going to monitor you. All right? We're going to keep an eye on you. We're going to keep an eye on the situation. Don't do nothing crazy. We're going to get back to this. Now, you're probably wondering why they don't just send them back to their country when they caught them. And that's because you got to go through this long process of getting an order from the judge to remove this person and sending them back. It could take 6 months. It could take years. It's like death row for immigrants. Like, they get stuck on this for a very long time. They're detained for a very long time. It's a weird situation. Now, you also need cooperation from the country that they came from. And the country they came from was Cuba. And Cuba don't play ball with the USA. They do what they want when they want. They don't talk to nobody. They don't deal with nobody. They do what they want to do, okay? So now that you understand the I-228, let's get back to this bozo real quick. You tatted this man's face on your chest? Are you okay up here? Are you sick? Do you have a malady? Supporting somebody who doesn't support you is insane behavior. This is roaches for rain. This is slugs for salt. This is chicken for Popeyes. You're supporting a man who doesn't even want you in the same country you risk your life to get into. And you didn't even do it the right way. Do you see how crazy that is? Now, does he deserve to be deported? According to Trump and the administration, absolutely. They need to boot him and boot him out of the city. But if you're asking me personally, I think any idiot with a podcast needs to go. But that's besides the point. I just got one more question. Now, with all this deportation talk and these ICE crackdowns, I'm just curious to know, how is he still in the country? How is it possible he can get on the news and tell us all, I'm committing a crime, and nobody go get him? We got his face, we got his voice, we got his address, we even got his chest measurements, and nobody went and got him. Listen to me, L.O.Ski, I'm talking to you. We told y'all there was poison in the Kool-Aid, and you drank it anyways. And when you drink the Kool-Aid, you die. Or get deported, depends on how ICE is feeling that day. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. You know I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, stay out of trouble.
It's the I will vote for Donald Trump crowd. Remember them? Do you remember this video coming up right here?
Vote for Trump. Let's go. Vote for Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump.
Well, now look at this. Cubans are being deported from Florida in record numbers under Trump's second term. Even though many of them backed him, we know the Miami Cubans love to think that they are non-minorities. They love to think that they're better than every other Latino group. They love to think that they came here a certain way and F everybody else. And they very much love to vote Republican and love to vote against their interest, but not working out them so well. How many of them are saying I would vote for Donald Trump now? Because as you can see, they're getting deported like crazy. But remember, y'all was out here with this Cubans for Trump. Now, y'all out here like this. And this is why I will say every time, some of y'all minorities who be trying to act like y'all better than everybody else, meanwhile, half of y'all wouldn't be over here if it wasn't off the backs of black people and enslaved people, but I digress. You want to down every other group of people. A lot of y'all Cubans really can't stand black people. Y'all can't stand again other Latino groups. Y'all really think that y'all are the closest thing to whiteness and that you're going to be accepted and that you're this and that. And as you see, when it comes to Donald Trump, he doesn't care about anything that you have to say. He doesn't care that you voted for him or that your family members voted for him, because he gonna round your ass up just like everybody else and show you that you are just like every other minority. He don't give a damn about you. Next time, vote the way that are in your interest, not against your interest.
For the trunk to the front of the room. Do y'all remember that movement?
Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. Vote for Donald Trump. I love my freedom. I will vote for Donald Trump.
A few moments later.
A wave of disappointment. One of President Donald Trump's most loyal voting blocs, Cuban and Venezuelan immigrants. Now speaking out in Miami, a Republican stronghold, as the recent wave of deportations hits home.
Ay, sí, usted está aquí por su esposo. Por mi esposo que fue detenido ahora injustamente.
I will vote for Donald Trump. Everybody, come on.
¡Injusticia! ¡Es esto! ¡Injusto! Esto es para... No, para cualquiera. Tienen lista con abogados, sin abogados, que esto es como quiera. Como si fuera un delincuente. No hay ningún delincuente cumpliendo derechos en este país. Y mira lo que le hacen. ¡Injusticia!
¿Qué caso tenía su esposo? Y 220A con fecha de corte. ¿Y que estaba detenido? ¿Qué había presentado? El asilo. Pero nada, a ellos no les importa que tú tengas asilo, a ellos no les importa nada. Eso es al azar. Porque por favor, que ayuden, que traten de apoyar a mi esposo como apoyar a los otros.
Now, I just want to be clear. I don't take any glory in this. And it is honestly quite sad. But the fact that y'all thought this man was going to protect you with what he showed us in his first term is beyond imagination. But there's something different between Cubans and Venezuelans like this than other Latinos. Because, see, they thought they had the complexion for protection. They thought they was white enough and blonde enough that they would slip under the radar. But they learned today. Now, what about the infamous singer? And not for nothing, that actually low-key, minus the lyrics, was a banger. Let's see what happened to her.
Your phone will be out of storage. Clean up now. Storage full?
Was a banger. Let's see what happened to her.
It's been happening frequently at the 333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week. According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite removal.
So let's see. You weren't light enough. You weren't loud enough in your support for him. And as great as you sing, and you do, you couldn't even sing good enough to get him to pick you. And if you had listened to everybody else, when we kept telling you you were never going to be picked, you might not have put yourself in that situation. But this was a long overdue wake-up call for people like you, ma'am. And you have finally effed around and found out. And again, as much as it brings me no joy to say this to you, there's nothing else left to be said but have the day you voted for. And don't make me say it no more.
This story isn't just about one Cuban Trump supporter. It's about the consequence of political choices. When policies are built on exclusion, eventually the net gets wider. So the question is, was this a misunderstanding? Or was the warning always there? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like this video, share and subscribe for more conversation. Thanks for watching this video. See you in my next video.